Have you seen? Headphones on. So. Oh my god.
This is gonna be a lot of editing.
Sorry. Oh, you got this. You got this. I don't remember what the fuck shit anymore.
Alright, you ready?
Oh my god, what did I get on my fucking fuck nut? Yes, I am. Ready?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. We've had a couple errors already.
Yes.
But we're going to be talking about Aunt Jemima and Land O'Lakes.
At least as much as we can in the small allotted time that we have. Because there's a lot that can be said.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to keep it. Right here. Okay, so to start off, we all know that Aunt Jemima and Land O'Lakes have both been very washed away, especially with what, I think it was 2020, and a lot of, like, I think more, I don't know if it's civil rights and stuff, but more attention towards more minority communities, I think is what I'm trying to say, and stuff towards voice goes high when questioned. I'm constantly questioning everything, so that makes sense. But do you just want to say like your known version of the story?
Sure. So, I'm going to begin back with Aunt Jemima. The story that I was told was that Aunt Jemima, she was working as a nanny cook for a white slave owner, and she made the guy pancakes and put butter on the pancakes, and the guy wasn't happy. So she went out to the maple trees and collected a bottle of sap, and she brought it inside and poured it over the guy's pancakes, and the guy ate it, and then they formed Aunt Jemima and the Pearl Milling Company. Yeah. That's the story I was told. It could just be a commercial that I'm just remembering. I don't know.
I mean, or it could have just been stuff that, again, the whole history of it was kind of capitalized, whitewashed, I guess, sort of appropriated from the beginning. So there was a lot of who knows, because no one was supposed to know, right?
But we did uncover some truth behind this.
As truth as I can, because this is from the Legislative Research Commission of Kentucky. This is, Kentucky. I don't know what's in Kentucky.
Louisville. Lexington.
Louisville, Kentucky. Oh yeah. There's a game where the zombie apocalypse happens, like around Louisville. It's a horrible game. I mean, it's fun, but I hate it because you die so often. It makes you die. Anyway, so
they also filmed Walking Dead down there too.
Zombies everywhere. It would be the most ideal place, I guess, so far that I know.
Zombie.
I mean, we're getting off topic, but zombies straight to the noggin, or just go with the prime thing from season 1 of The Walking Dead, which was the smartest thing. Just cover yourself in guts so they cannot smell you, and don't be loud. Just amongst them as we amongst ourselves. Please don't die.
That went down the wrong hole.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm so sorry. You wasn't ready. I'm sorry. Anyway. Oh my god, it's all back. It's fine. It's late. I don't care. So back to Jemima. This is presented by the Kentucky Historical Society. This is from letters, diaries, histories, photographs, as well as first and second Kentucky constituents, oral history stuff. Okay. Nancy Green was her name. Was born a slave in 1834 in Mount Sterling, Kentucky. And in 1890, the R.T. Davis Milling Company hired Green to be the real-life spokeswoman for its newly acquired ready-mixed, self-rising pancake flour, Aunt Jemima. So, it's a company. She's just not even a real person. So, Green was hired to portray the minstrel show image of the African-American, quote, mammy, unquote, an African-American woman who worked for white families raising their children. She was one of the first African-American models hired to promote an American product.
Does it say anywhere that she was an actual slave?
Yes, she was born a slave. It's the first thing. She was born a slave in 1834 in Mount Sterling, Kentucky. That's like...
But at the time of when the Pearl Milling Company and Aunt Jemima came around, was she a slave then?
Yeah, well, what? That's a good question. That's a good question. This is not a very good source. I just clicked on Nancy Green and it took me to Wikipedia, so full disclosure. Wikipedia loves folklore is at the top, by the way, so take this with such a grain of salt. Former slave. So she was born a slave and probably not a slave by the time. There's a lawsuit. Oh, well, it was against Quaker Oats. That's good. Biographies. She was born enslaved in the antebellum South, March 4th, 1834. This is the historical oral history is when they said she's born, about then. She was variously described as a servant, nurse, nanny, housekeeper, and cook for Samuel Johnson Walker and his wife, Amanda. She also served the family's next generation, again as a nanny and a cook. The two sons were Chicago Circuit judges, I guess. By the end of the Civil War, she had already lost her husband and children. Aww. She lived in a wood frame shack, still standing as of 2014, behind a grand home on Main Street in Covington, Kentucky.
Yep.
She moved with the Walkers from Kentucky to Chicago in the early 1870s, before the birth of Samuel's youngest child in 1872. It was called the Kentucky Colony. Oh, that's so silly. On the recommendation of Judge Walker, she was hired by the R.T. Davis Milling Company to represent Aunt Jemima. And in a character named after a song from a minstrel show. That's great. That's like a jester. The minstrel's like the bard of the party.
I thought we were getting into a menstrual cycle.
You know, it is a full moon, and it's a lunar eclipse? Yeah, it's one where it turns red.
Cycle come with, like...
It's a blood moon, if you will. Borat 2 describes it as I'm on my blood moon.
I thought it came with handlebars and pedals.
On my handlebars, on my tricycle, with a jigsaw. That's all I can think of right now. That's all that's in my head. I've died. Well, she was 59 when she made her debut at the 1893 World's Columbian Exposition. So there's a Columbian oh God's words dying. Chicago!
So basically what...
apparently her expedition of like, hi, I'm Aunt Jemima, this is the product I'm selling, happened beside the, quote, world's largest flour barrel, end quote. It was 24 feet high. And this is where she was, this is where the capitalism got her, and she's like the physical advertisement. She operated a pancake cooking display, sang songs, and promoted the product. But she did so well that she got the lifetime contract. So, yeah, she did that until she died.
So, in retrospective, yes, she was a slave. Yes, she did work for slave owners. But until she got hired, that's what she had to deal with. But when she got hired, she was a model. So
that's what, at least that's what the Kentucky oral, verbal, whatever said from the society. Maybe they meant like she's a model, said like a model person because like she was suggested like she was a
spokesperson.
She was a slave to a family of high society, and then these high society dudes had kids that she also took care of and was essentially momming. And then these kids grew up to be like high level judges, and then these judges in the city that they lived in, because like they don't have kids for her to mom anymore, and they're like, oh fuck, she's kind of her mom, but we can't do anything about it because she's not white. They had the power to at least be like, hey, big company, you're doing a thing. You're trying to get probably patented. That's why it probably came up to the judges. You need a spokesperson, whatever. And so they were like, we got the girl for you. You will only let you do it. We'll give you the patents only if you do that. I mean, but I don't know. They just said this. I don't know. This is Wikipedia. It sucks. But Wikipedia says that they recommended her to be hired.
So basically, what I'm getting from this is what I'm getting. Okay.
Deborah Falk to share the true story of Aunt Jemima. Sorry.
So she was living in her shack, and she got hired to be a spokesperson for the company, and then became the sole model and face of the company.
Yes,
but at the time, she wasn't a slave-owning person during the
time that we woo. Ambulance?
Cops.
Oh, fucking bacon. Anyway. Yeah. Don't care about him. Babu Bebop, she was replaced, kind of as an image in sometime, I just scrolled way past it, and sometimes she refused to cross the ocean to go to Paris, the Paris expedition, and she was replaced then by, someone, scrolled past their name, who, just took up the role in Paris to be the face of Aunt Jemima.
So, in long story short, when she was the face of Aunt Jemima Pearl Milling Company, she was living on her own without her, I guess, without her family?
She had lost her husband and kids by this point, through the Civil War, to the Civil War, both. So she's just home taking care of these pompous rich assholes that, whatever, and then they eventually give her a job.
Yeah, and that job eventually landed her to be, for centuries on end, to be the face.
A century,
What decades?
Well, it's 100 years. It was like 1893, so we are past the 1990s. We're good. It's a century. But yeah, so to kind of be the face, but also to be, not really, because you're just an image of a brand that you didn't even have anything to do with. It was already created. It was there, and now they just put your face on it.
In retrospective, that's like if you go up to, let's just say, Big Boy. If you go up to Big Boy and you get a contract stating that you're going to be the new face of Big Boy, you're going to replace Big Boy with your face. That's essentially what it is you're getting hired to be the model, to be the image for the company.
Yeah, and then it's also just the problematic thing of, you're not actually really getting any retribution for it, and it's not really doing anything for anything at all other than, I guess, representation, and, I guess it was very progressive for the time for an African-American woman to be a model for a brand of something, and to essentially have a job that wasn't being an indentured servant. She was contracted to the company, so take that as you will.
So personally, for me, to be honest, I miss having the Aunt Jemima shaped bottles. I miss having.
I think it's Miss Butterworth. I don't know if it's the same.
Miss Butterworth.
I don't know if they're the same or different, but I understand the concept's there. But I get it. Why just wash it away when you could just take your disgusting capitalist profits and just contribute to the community that you're appropriating?
That's like Land O'Lakes. That they completely wiped off the Native American indigenous person off of the face of the brand.
Yes, when they just have disgusting profits and should have just admitted their faults and taken their profits and started distributing them into the very needy communities that we have forsaken.
Alright guys, so we have about 30 seconds left to go.
That's all
If
we
you
got.
can, do us a big favor, drop a fat thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell all. And also there's going to be some kind of a promotion for this sweatshirt.
This is a shirt from a shop called Sugar and Spite, and yeah, there's going to be a discount code in the comments. Thanks for hanging. I think it was 40-something seconds.
And you say thanks.
Shit. It's okay. Maybe the video will catch it. It's okay. I'm just so happy it's saved.
Now we just gotta check the video, see if the video actually saved.
Get up and pray silently to any gods that are listening.